Hello students, welcome in your science class. I am Kapsim is here for making your science easy for you. As we have started a chapter that is sorting materials into groups. We have seen the introductory part of this chapter in last video. We have learned about materials, matter, difference between elements and compounds, and what is classification. In that video, I have told you the definition of classification, that is grouping together things with similar property is called as classification. Yes, today we will see the further part. What is the need of classification? If you take some things around you, are you able to list everything that you see? That would be quite a task, for there are thousands of things around us. Some of these things may be living, while some of them may be non-living. They may be of different shape, size and colors. They may be made of same or different materials. They are even many common property as well as different properties. There are even certain things that exist but we cannot see it. For example, air, microorganisms. Then, in what way are the things that we see different from each other? ये जो सभी things है, ये एक दूसरे से अलग कैसे है? In what ways are they alike? या फिर वो एक दूसरे से एक जैसे कैसे हैं? For that, we can make a group of things together according to certain properties. If we consider two groups, that is group A and group B. In group A, the things are given as human, neem tree, pea plant, duck, cockroach. And in group B, the things are given as pen, cell phone, watch, book, tablet, mat, notebooks, pad, etc. If we notice carefully, we will find that in group A, there are living things, whereas in group B, there are non-living things. Although living things share some common properties, they differ from each other in several ways. अब इन्हें हम लिविंग और नॉन लिविंग ऐसे हम क्लासिफाई कर सकते हैं. तो लिविंग थिंग्स में कुछ कॉमन प्रॉपर्टीज होते हैं और कुछ डिफरेंट प्रॉपर्टीज भी होते हैं. Living things are further classified into subgroups such as plants and animals. Each of these can be further classified based on certain properties, as they are unicellular or multicellular, or they are of one cell or made from many cells. In plants, they are photosynthetic or non-photosynthetic. They are small in size or big in size. And there are very variation in the properties in between them. Animals can be classified into groups like insects, fish, amphibians, reptiles, birds, and mammals. For example, all insects have 6 legs. All fish live in water, means they are aquatic animals. Amphibians means the group of animals that live on land as well as in water. Reptiles means the group of animals which crawl on their stomach. Birds means the group of animals that have wings and beak and they can fly, or some of them don't fly but have wings. And the most um, most occurring group or most seen group by us is mammal, because we also are mammals. Means the group of animals that give birth to their babies. In such a way, the living things can be classified. Classification is not confined or limited to living things only. Non-living things can also be classified in various ways. It can be done on the basis of what they are made of, or how they are used, and whether they are natural or human made. Materials such as wood, cotton, and jute occur naturally. However, ceramic, plastic, glass, and steel are human-made material. We can see various examples of how classification is used to make our work easy at home and at school. In kitchen, all the utensils are kept together. So are all the spices. If we want to find turmeric in the kitchen, where do you find it? We will find it in the spices box. Yes, in our kitchen, your mummy also kept spices in a specific compartment so that she could find it easily for making food. You just go to the shelf where the spices are sorted and take turmeric from that spices. It means in our home or house, we sort out the materials in different groups. In this chapter, we will study the various type of materials around us and the properties of material such as appearance, malleability, ductility, brittleness, solubility, transparency, conductivity of heat, combustibility, and magnetism, and some more properties. Materials have different properties such as size, shape, color, texture, hardness, softness, smooth or roughness, appearance, luster, texture, state, or solubility in water, ductility, density, transparency, translucency, miscibility or immiscibility. These are some properties of material. If we know the properties of material, then we can decide its use. All matter can be described by such properties. The properties of materials decide what things we can make out of them. For example, we can make houses using different material. Different material is used to make different part of the house. And it is decided on the properties we decide the use of that thing. We can make different tools using different metals if we know the properties of that material. In short, if we know the properties of materials, we got to find their uses. We will see these properties one by one. Material can be classified on the basis of their appearance. If we observe some plastic, wood and metal things, we will find some differences between them. Take some things like paper, aluminum sheet, scissor, torch. If we cut aluminum sheet and paper, we will find that aluminum sheet shines and paper do not shine. If we flash light on duster and glass prism, we will find that there is shadow of duster but the light pass through prism. It means they have different appearance. Iron have rust on it. Some materials are hard like metals. But if we touch a sponge, we find it spongy. Hammer is hard in touch. We can press sponge, but we cannot press a stone. Paper look different from cloth. Wood look different from iron. Iron look different from copper or aluminium spoon. At the same time, there are some similarities between iron, copper and aluminium. It means materials may be hard like diamond or soft like wool. They may be smooth or rough. The next property is luster. A metal spoon shines whereas a wooden spoon does not shine so much. Whereas we say that metal has more luster than wood. Gold has most lustrous metal. An iron rod may not appear lustrous. But if we use sandpaper to remove the top layer of iron rod, we will see that it is lustrous. Some metals lose their luster when exposed to air and moisture. For example, iron. Some fibers also have luster, like silk. They shine very much. But wool cannot be shine. Means silk is lustrous but wool is not lustrous. Material can be classified on the basis of their luster. The next property is texture. Different material feel different when you touch them. It means they have different texture. The way something feels is called texture. Let's see some examples. Things having spines on them are spiky in touch. It means they have spiky texture. जिस things को ऊपर थोड़े से ऐसे कांटे होते हैं वो spiky होते हैं texture में. Things like flour, turmeric and powders have powdery touch. It means they have powdery texture. Things such as clay, mud, honey, liquid chocolate, they feel like glue. It means they have gluey texture. Metals are hard and smooth in texture, whereas wool is soft and rough. Soft material can be compressed and scratched easily. Hard materials are difficult to compress. Materials can be classified on the basis of their texture. The further property is state. Most materials can be placed into one of the three groups, that is solid, liquid or gas. What is the difference between the three states? The difference lies in the way they change their shape and volume. Solid do not easily change their shape or volume. We can move a box from one place to another, but its shape and volume does not change. Liquid change shape but not volume. Pouring milk from jug into a tumbler causes milk to take the shape of the tumbler, but you still have the same amount of milk. Its volume does not change. Then gases easily change their shape and volume. If you pump air into a glass, the air fills the glass and takes the whole shape of that glass. Its volume changes. It takes us up less space in the glass than it did outside the glass. Then what are the arrangement of molecules in these three states? All molecules of a substance attract each other. The three states of matter have different properties because of differences in the arrangement of molecules in them. Here you can see the arrangement in solid state, arrangement in liquid state and arrangement in gaseous state. In solids, the molecules are very tightly packed. They are very close together. They attract each other very strongly. This force of attraction keeps them together. The position of molecules in solid are fixed. They can only vibrate about their fixed position. This is why solids have definite shape and volume. Since it is difficult to make the molecules move away from each other, solids are rigid and hard. ये जो सॉलिड के मॉलिक्यूल्स है ये बहुत ही टाइटली पैक्ड है ईच अदर से और इसीलिए उन्हें फिक्स्ड शेप एंड फिक्स्ड वॉल्यूम होता है और इन मॉलिक्यूल्स को एक दूसरे से दूर करना डिफिकल्ट होता है और यही वजह है, यही रीजन है कि सॉलिड्स हार्ड होते हैं और रिजिड होते हैं. देन इन लिक्विड्स द मॉलिक्यूल्स आर less tightly packed than solid. Since the molecules are further away from each other than solid, they do not attract each other so strongly. और इसीलिए ये लिक्विड जो है उस लिक्विड को हम पोर कर सकते हैं, बोले तो इजीली वन थिंग में से दूसरे थिंग में उसे डाल सकते हैं और उसका शेप चेंज हो जाता है. The position of molecules in liquid are not fixed. The molecules can move around within the liquid. Liquid are not rigid and do not have definite shape. They take the shape of the container. In gases, the molecules are so far apart from each other that there is hardly any attraction between them. गैसेस के जो मॉलिक्यूल्स है वो एक दूसरे से बहुत दूर होते हैं और उनमें बहुत ही कम फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शन होता है. Therefore, they move around independent of each other. इसलिए वो कहीं पे भी रैंडमली मूव करते हैं और जितनी स्पेस उन्हें मिलती है उतने स्पेस में वो फैल जाते हैं. Hence, a gas has no fixed shape or fixed volume. The molecules move around in the full space available to them. That is why a gas fills up the space available to it. So, we have seen the four properties of materials, that are appearance, luster, texture and state. The further properties of material we will see in next video.